Hello. I'm making a video on showing you how to make wax dirt without actually have to buy the flake or sit there for hours trying to scrape it off the block that you buy. Anyway, so this is where I get my dirt. And, like I said, I kind of messed around all summer fishing and stuff and didn't get any dry dirt. You know, it's what is it, December? I don't know what the date is. December, I'll just say 14th. And you know, it's cold, it's been froze, but luckily, you know, out here in these wheat and grass fields, you know, there's piles where they must have been digging like tunnels and stuff, and they dig this up. It's almost like sifted dirt. It's, you know, really you might have to pick some grass, maybe a pebble out or something like that. So more or less, I'm just gonna fill my 5-gallon bucket up here, and we'll take it home, and I'll show you. So, all right, so it's evening now, and got done out in the first shed, and so I'm heating this up to about 260, 265. It's going to take probably I don't know, probably take at least 2 hours because the soil has to dry, and the soil came out of the field today. So you know, this is just one of those aluminum, you know, pans that you you know, you cook turkey in or ham, or you can get at the dollar store. You can get 2 or 3 for $1. I've used this one like 4 or 5 times now. So anyway, it's gonna take a couple hours. So as soon as this gets done, I'll come back and videotape. You know, you can videotape it, and you can see how dark you know, the soil looks. When it's dry, it'll turn. You can tell. And then when you add the wax back in, it looks wet again. But anyway, it's almost there. So it's 260. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. I'll be back. All right. So dirt's done. It's pretty dry. Picked out, there was some grass in there. Wax is melted. There's just under, definitely under a half in there. Anyway, drop the pliers there. Using a pair of needle nose, we'll just pour a little bit in here. And then we're going to stir it back up. I'm going to stir it. Grab some more here, pour it in. A little bit left in there. Stir this all in. You can see it's starting to change color now. Make sure you get the corners. Make sure it all gets. I don't know if you guys can really tell how dark it's getting. But it's getting really dark because all the wax. It was a light color. Sorry, I'm trying to. Then this, once I pour all the wax in, mix it up, I'll put it back in the oven for just about 5 minutes, and that's about it. No longer. Then we'll take it outside and pour the rest on now. Stir that up. And what you don't get mixed here, when we take it out on the table and mix it and cool it down, you'll get the rest mixed. Get it mixed the best you can. Then we stick it back in there. That'll even heat it back up. So, and then, so the next time you guys, we'll just be outside. All right, I've dumped the wax dirt out now, so I'm gonna stir it up. I had to go get my light because it was so dark out here. Even though I have a porch light, so you gotta stir it or it'll clump up. You know, wait till it cools down. Definitely before you bag it up or you put it in your bucket or your container or whatever you're gonna do. But just gotta stir it. Now this came, I put it back in the oven for probably 4 or 5 minutes. Then I brought it straight out here, dumped it on my plywood, and just stirred it. So now, it's, let me see, it's cooled down. I mean, it's it's below freezing outside right now. So yeah. So now I will bucket it up, and then before I do that, I will take a little bit and make a mound and pour some water on it to show you, that it does work. All right, so all I've done is take some of that wax dirt and just made a little pile. I got some water here. We'll pour some water in it, and we'll just kind of see what happens. You can see it's pulling up. You can kind of see how it's bubbling. I could probably leave this out here tonight and it would not leak into that soil. It might freeze. The water would definitely freeze because it's below zero. But that soil will not, it won't, the water will stay right on top just like that. So anyway, this sure beats buying, the flake wax, or sure beats, what I was doing. I was taking a block of wax and trying to like carve it, into flakes. No need for that. Just melt it. You got to make sure your soil's hot. Of course, I had to do my soil a little longer because it comes straight out of the field today. But anyway, this will be ready to go tomorrow, and that's what I ran out. I set some traps out today. If I have something, I gotta have enough to, reset the traps. So anyway, all right. Hope this helps everybody, and talk to you later.